Right, today we're going to do some planting tomato seeds. So I'm going to actually do two different activities. One is planting some seeds themselves. However, you might not be able to get any seeds at the moment. So if you have any tomatoes in your fridge, you could do what I've done here and just chop some tomatoes up. And then hopefully you can see inside the tomato you've got your tomato seeds. So I'm going to have a go at doing that, a little experiment, and see which ones grow better. So I filled some pots with compost, and I'm going to take two tomatoes, just squish them in. So I'm going to put two on top of the compost into each pot. I've done 3 of them. I actually used 2 tomatoes and scraped the tomatoes that were in the little ends out into the tomatoes that I'm going to plant. So that's my second pot. In comes the third pot. There we go. And now that they're placed in my plant pots, I'm going to put a little bit of compost over the top of each one. So that's number 1, 2, 3, and pop my labels in, which I've already written, tomatoes and today's date, so I know how long the seeds take to come up. And in my other pot, there we go, 3 pots with their labels in. In my other pot I'm going to take some tiny little seeds and see how small they are. They are basically dried tomato seeds. Obviously the ones in the tomatoes that I've just planted in here are still wet because they were inside the fruit. Now I'm going to take a pinch of tomato seeds and just sprinkle some on the top of my compost. There we go. And then sprinkle some compost over the top of them. Just like that. And then in goes my label. And I just need to give them a little water. There we go. Now what I'm going to do with my tomato plants is I'm actually going to put them inside my house on the windowsill where it's nice and sunny. I'll bring the other ones in a minute. And then you can see I've got some of my sweet corn I brought in to save from the slugs, and here are some of the peppers that are coming up. So now that the tomatoes are in a nice sunny spot, hopefully they'll start to appear in probably about 14 days. What I might also do is get a plastic bag and put it over the top just to create a mini greenhouse effect, because by sealing the top with plastic, as the moisture comes off the plants, it goes up into the plastic and condenses, and then the water droplets will go back into the tomatoes, into their pots, and help to keep them moist and warm, which will help them to grow. Okay, I'll give you an update on those as they come up.